we have been studying abstract data type for each and we have studied about arrays, stacks, queues and linked lists. Now we are studying about trees. Before we study any of the data structure, you should study the abstract data type for that. What abstract data type indicates the different set of operations what we can perform on that data structure. Different set of operations what we can perform on the data structure. So that is what is abstract data type. So coming to the abstract data type of tree, ADT binary abstract data type of binary tree. So always you should remember tree is different, binary tree is different. Tree can have any number of subtrees, whereas binary tree can have maximum 2 subtrees. An ADT binary tree is the one that shows the various operations that can be performed on the binary tree. So start with the objects what we need, the objects, set of nodes we need either empty or consisting of a root node, left subtree, right subtree. So all these are elements what we have studied. And we are considering root, root 1 and root 2 all belonging to the binary tree. Let us assume that there are 3 trees, one pointed by the root, another one pointed by root 1, another one pointed by root 2. So all these are belonging to binary trees. All these are our binary trees for performing different operations on the binary tree. Before you can perform various operations on the binary tree, first you should create the binary tree. What create function does? It is going to create an empty binary tree and the return type is as usual binary tree. Second time, before you can perform any operation, that means I want to display the elements of the binary tree. I want to display the nodes of the binary tree. So before display, you should check whether it is empty. That means is empty of root. You want to check whether the tree pointed by this root is empty or not. So return type is Boolean value. Either it is true or false. The meaning here is when it will be empty if the root is equal to null. If the root is pointing to null, then only we return true, else we return false. What true indicates? True indicates binary tree is empty. False indicates binary tree is not empty. There are some nodes in the binary tree. That means for our understanding purpose, I'll write the notation like this, null. So it is an empty binary tree. It is an empty binary tree and the function will return true for this. Next, when I write something like this, it is not an empty binary tree. It is not empty and that function will return false for this. That's it. If there are no nodes, return true. If there are some nodes, return false. Then if you want to extract what is the actual data present in that root. So if you want to extract the data and the return type is that data or element. So before you fetch an element from that node, you want to check whether it is empty, because if it is empty, we cannot read the data from that node. Just return error, else return the data specified in the root node. That means what is the data of root? What is the function? Data of root. Say for example, if the root is pointing here, then what will be data of root? Data of root, this will return A, because what is the meaning of this here is data present at the node where root is pointing to. Data present at the node where root is pointing to. So that data is A. For example, if the root is pointing to this node, so what it will return? Data present at the node where root is pointing to. Now root is pointing to B, it will return a result of B. So that's it. That is a simple function. Now make binary tree. It is going to return the binary tree. What? By inserting this item, root 1 and root 2 are the parameters. So what it does here is it returns a binary tree whose node contains the data item. It is going to return a binary tree whose node contains data item with root 1 as the left subtree and root 2 as the right subtree. That's it. It is make of item comma root 1 comma root 2. So what it does here is it is going to return a binary tree. I'll write it here itself. It is going to return a binary tree with item. All these functions something like this. What is that? Item is 100, root 1 is R1, root 2 is R2. So for example, if you are calling it like this, so what it will return? It will return 100 here, right? Then I will have R1 as a left subtree and R2 as a left subtree. That's it. So that is how this function works. Next one is left child. When you talk about tree, it can have left subtree and right subtree. It can have left child and right child. So what is the left child of this root? What is the right child of this root? So that is return type in nothing but binary tree. That means given the root, what is the left subtree? Given the root, what is the right subtree? So before you return that, you should check whether it is empty. Because if the tree is empty, we cannot return any values. Else you just return the left subtree or right subtree. So for example, I will write this one example 100, 200 and 300. So assume this root is pointing here. Assume root is pointing here. Now let us execute this function. What is left child of root? That means it has to return the left subtree. So root is pointing to 100. What is left child of root? Left child of root is 200. So it will return 200 as a result. What is right child of root? Right child of 100 is what? 300. So it will return answer as 300. That's it. Say for example, the tree is like this: 200, 500, 600, 700, 800. Right? If this is what is the example, and then when you execute these functions, what is left child of root? Left child of root is what? This is the entire thing it will return. Left child of root is this one now. What is right child of root? Right child of root is this one. That means entire left subtree will be written and entire right subtree will be written with these functions. That was the abstract data type for the binary tree.